Welcome back to ThreadTalk Tuesday. I'm your host, Denver.
And I'm Teresa.
And I'm sipping on a nice Cottage Springs vodka soda strawberry. It's delicious. And today, we're going to bring you guys episode 22.
22?
Wait.
Yeah, it is.
This is a Friday episode, not a Tuesday episode.
Oh, yeah, this is
What is happening?
Happy Friday, everybody. Surprise.
Yes. Well, it's been 2 weeks since our last Friday episode, so nice surprise. We're going to, like we said in the last episode, we're trying to do a couple bonus episodes for you guys. We trying to supply and demand. You guys demand, we supply. That's how it's going right now.
It's just basic economics.
Exactly. A little while ago, we did an episode for in-laws. Nightmare in-laws was the theme for episode 7. So what we thought is, since we had, like our last Friday bonus episode, we had some leftover stories from that category that we never got around to reading before we ran out of time. So we're going to bring those to you today. So this is going to be Nightmare in-laws part 2.
Can't wait. I love the in-laws ones.
The in-laws ones are good. Why is it that just like... in-laws are terrible. Why are in-laws always terrible?
It's usually the mother-in-laws.
I feel like we're pretty lucky. Like your in-laws are
I
great.
know.
Do you think my in-laws are great?
Wait, you mean your parents?
My in-laws are great. Do you think your in-laws are great?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love my in-laws.
Exactly. Me too.
Love Paul
So
and
like,
Liz.
where do all these terrible stories come from? Like, can't people just get along?
I know. Well, I mean, if they got along, though, life would be boring and we wouldn't have this podcast.
Exactly. So we're here for all the drama. You guys got drama for the in-laws? Let us know on the Thread Talk subreddit and we will get to your stories.
Yes.
If it lines up with the current theme that we are doing. We just want to say thank you to everybody who is listening on Spotify. We've had a lot of Spotify growth lately, a lot of YouTube growth. A lot of YouTube members have joined. So thank you guys so much. If you guys are a YouTube member and you're listening to this early, thank you guys so much. If you're not, check out our YouTube membership section. 99 cents and you can get early access to all future episodes.
It's a steal.
It's a deal. It's a steal of a deal.
It's a steal of a deal.
And then it also helps and it just supports us. And just thank you guys so much for always, smashing the like button, hitting the subscribe button, following our podcast and everything like that. We really appreciate it.
I'm sick a little bit, if you haven't noticed in my voice. I just have a cough and my throat is a little bit groggy. So if I sound different, I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to cough. We'll edit out the coughs, but I'm feeling okay. I'm just...
lingering cough.
Yeah, it's just annoying, but we must go on.
Yes, and we do have some guests for the show. One guest. It's Luna. If you guys are watching on YouTube, we got Luna on the perch.
With her leg up in the air right now.
She's cleaning herself. She's a cat. She hasn't jumped down right away. We had Jack here in the center. He was here while we were getting ready.
Yeah.
And then as soon as we were like, okay, it's action time, he's gone. He ran.
Yeah.
Maybe in the intermission, we'll see if he wants to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. Jack, he got comfortable. He was making the biscuits. We got his favorite blanket here.
Maybe we're just not paying him enough. Maybe we need to bring some snacks over for him.
Maybe.
Come on, Jack. Time to put in the work and pay your rent, bud. Come on.
Oh, well. We have one cat.
Yes.
At the end of this episode, I do have an update to one of our previous stories. It's the ex-husband demanding I change my last name back to my maiden name.
I also have an update for a previous episode, mine coming from episode 12 in the wife punched mom in the face one.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a big one on TikTok too. That was like one of our biggest TikToks. It's almost 1 million views on TikTok for that one. But yeah, we got an update. We got the wife's side. The wife made a post in response to her husband's post after the husband kicked his wife and newborn baby out of the house because his wife dropped his mom. Punched square in the nose.
Oh my God. I cannot wait for that. I didn't know you had that. I'm so excited.
I have that. I feel like the best part about this for us is like we each read stories to each other and we don't know what each other's stories are. And it's always a surprise. Like, we don't know how it's going to end. It's always blind reactions. And the best part too is like, we never know when a story is going to have like updates or multiple parts and the story gets deeper and we're shocked on the other side of the podcast here. It's great. I love it. I love this dynamic that we have.
Me too.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's get into the first story. Teresa, you going to take it away?
Sure thing.
Let's go.
All right. I'm going to give this one a trigger warning. There's talks of death during childbirth. Am I the asshole for telling mother-in-law she was dead to me after she showed up in labor and delivery without my mother?
What the fuck?
For the past 3 months, it's been a very well-known plan that when I, 30 female, went into labor, my husband was going to drive me to the hospital and my mother-in-law was going to pick up my mother, my kids, and my grandmother, all from one house. Both my mother-in-law and my mom were supposed to be in the delivery room. My gram was to watch my 2 kids in the waiting room. Everyone was in agreement with this plan. Now, my husband and I have 2 sons already, and for both births, my mother was present. She helped me through so much of the mental anguish and panic, especially after my last, whom literally almost killed me. I was bleeding out on the table, and my mom was the only one able to keep me calm. I needed her to be with me with this baby too, mentally. So we worked this plan out months in advance, and everyone was on the same page. However, I go into labor, we make the phone calls to mother-in-law and my mom, telling my mom to be ready and my mother-in-law to go get my mom. An hour and 15 minutes later, mother-in-law shows up at the hospital without my mom, my kids, or my grandmother. She said, well, it's late, so we need to just let everyone sleep. It was 9:30 p.m. And then sat her ass down on the chair in the delivery room and jumped on her phone. I told her in a pissed off tone to go get my mom. That was the plan. I needed my mom, etc., etc., and she just wouldn't. At one point, saying that she didn't feel up to driving that much. My mom lives 20 minutes away from her house, an hour away now. So I told her to get the fuck out of the delivery room and that she was dead to me. The amount of resentment and disgust that I felt toward her in this moment is honestly not something I feel I will overcome anytime soon. She was pissed, saying that my mom got to experience 2 births already and how she didn't do anything wrong and she was just being respectful of people's sleep. And when she wasn't leaving, she was actually escorted out. Now, my mom was able to make it to the hospital literally just as I was giving birth. My kids and my grandmother weren't able to make it, which bothers me a great deal. We promised our kids they would be there to meet their first sister outside of us and Grammy. I cannot forgive my mother-in-law for this at all. I honestly feel like I hate her with every fiber of my being. But I'm being told I'm taking this too far and that it wasn't that big of a deal. Am I the asshole?
No. Bro, there was a plan made. Your mom was expecting it. Obviously, the wife's mom means more in this situation. And like, where's the husband letting this shit happen? Exactly. Is the husband, didn't he take her to the hospital?
The husband
so where is he
never stick up to their mom.
Yeah, like where is he being like, mom, like go fucking get her. What, we can't leave. What the, it's an hour away. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know. There's gonna be a theme and this is gonna make me so mad. But like
bad mother-in-laws.
The husband never sticks up for the wife. They always choose the mom. And that is not the way it should be.
It's messed up.
Yeah. It pisses me off a lot. But yeah, with this one, it seems like the mom or the mother-in-law is feels threatened by her mom.
Ridiculous.
She's jealous that she got to be there for the other 2 births.
Now's not the time to be jealous.
It's not about you.
It's literally not.
It's
exactly. It's
quite literally not about you. Like,
and then you just sit on your phone.
Yeah.
But like, where the fuck's the husband? Like, she shouldn't have even had to say, "Get the fuck out."
I know.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
That's ridiculous.
This one made me so mad.
Yeah, that would make me mad too. But you're dead to me too.
I know.
And husband, if you think it's too far, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're dead to me too. You're sleeping on the couch, bitch.
Yeah. No, it makes me think of like what other arguments they had over mother-in-law. Because like
there's probably been others.
Where does the husband stand with his mom? Because there's no mention of the freaking husband in this. Like, what is he doing?
Well, he says she took it too far. I don't think so. It's not a time to fuck around. It's not one of those fuck around and find out times. It's not the time for that.
Yeah.
It had a plan. And the kids too. Like, come on.
You ruined a once in a lifetime experience for those people.
Exactly.
Like that's unforgivable.
Don't expect them not to be mad at you.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like, oh, there was a picnic today and I just didn't feel like picking up your mom. It's like, hey, what the fuck? That's weird. But it's like, this is pregnancy, birth. Like, this is not like,
it's not going to happen again.
Exactly.
Like, it could for another kid, but not for this kid. Like,
yeah. Especially with like
the little one. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, especially with like the fact that her last pregnancy was like very bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Insane.
Is there any update?
No updates, but top comment says, not the asshole. Asshole move to change the plan like that without communicating. Bigger asshole move to refuse to go back to the original plan. Huge asshole move to refuse to leave the hospital room, forcing herself into the most vulnerable moment. Bitch tripled down.
Yeah, and then how to be like forced out?
Yeah.
It may be unlikely, but maybe could have been forgivable or like not as bad if you just like left. But the fact that you refused to leave just made it 10 times worse and like made the resentment grow even more. You're probably already fucked, but the fact that you didn't want to leave and you had to be escorted out just made it even worse.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's no updates. This was posted 8 months ago. No updates, but I don't know. This would be a huge pain point for me in the relationship with my husband.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I would never do that to you. Never allow that to happen.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Oh, this is absolutely unacceptable. Well, I guess we will move along then.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to attend my wife's family's gatherings anymore? In summary, about 2 years ago, I went overboard at a work party, drank too much alcohol, and ended up cheating on my wife with a colleague.
Oh.
I confessed everything. She wanted a divorce, taking our daughter, but I pleaded for a second chance. She agreed with conditions: individual therapy, couples therapy, and quit drinking. Over time, our relationship improved significantly. I am very grateful for the second chance she gave me, and I do everything to be a better husband. The issue is that her family hasn't forgiven me. They hate me and treat me poorly, with disdain and subtle insults when my wife is not around. I've endured this for a long time, but I can't take it anymore. I hate going to her family gatherings, which are frequent. I feel terrible and anxious every time I have to face them. I've asked my wife to talk to them and ask them to stop. She tried, but it didn't work. However, she says they are like that and I have to endure it. She claims that if I don't go, I'll be wasting all the effort I made to prove that I've changed. I believe I've paid and I continue to pay for my mistake, but I deserve some peace. I want to stop attending her family gatherings and only see them on special occasions, like birthdays and weddings. However, I don't know if that would be fair to my wife, and if I would be unreasonable for wanting this. So am I the asshole?
Okay, a lot of people probably won't agree with me, but this is the one time that I'm going to be on the in-laws side. Yes, you're the asshole.
Is he?
Yes. Yes, he is, because you made your bed. You made those choices. You have to now lay in your bed. You have to reap the consequences of your actions.
But his wife's forgiven him.
Okay, yes. But as a family member, like if someone did that to your sister or someone, and they continue to come to family gatherings, you don't think he would be petty?
Oh, absolutely, I would be.
Exactly.
No, for
exactly.
sure.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be able to forgive someone like this.
Just because your wife forgave you doesn't mean everybody else in your life is going to forgive you.
Yeah, 100%.
Just because you did it to your wife and your wife is accepting your apology doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Yeah. No, her family is just being protective of her.
Well, they don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
Why should they?
Yeah. And good. They should be giving you shit every time you go to... I hope you're uncomfortable every time you go to these gatherings.
Yeah.
You made your bed. Now you have to lay in it.
Exactly. If you don't like it anymore, don't go.
Yeah.
And accept the consequences of your wife being pissed off of you.
Exactly.
If you still want your wife in your life, pay your dues if you keep suffering.
Yeah, 100%. What's the overall vote? I want to know.
No overall vote on that one. Top comment: not going to give you a judgment, but some advice. Go back to your couples therapist and ask them how to handle this. Any good marriage and family therapist does checkups as needed and can help with this kind of hiccup.
See, like, for me, I just wouldn't forgive him. Like, if you cheated on me, that is unforgivable. I would never give you a second chance. So I can't really see past that. I can't see a world where, like, we would have to go to couples therapy for that. So it's, like, hard for me to put myself in her shoes.
Very difficult. You never know.
Yeah. For me, I don't feel sorry for him at all.
No, me either. I mean, for both of us, cheating is, like, hard,
yeah,
unacceptable, impasse. There's no gray area. It's a black and white line.
Yeah.
Second top comment. Why don't you meet this issue head on? Instead of running from the problem, confront it. The next time you're at a get together and a remark is made, own up to it. Tell them, yes, you screwed up and you don't deserve her, but you are committed to rebuilding your relationship and you are not going anywhere. If it makes them feel any better by putting you down, so be it. It isn't going to change your lives going forward. Yep. It may help, it may not, but don't run from your problems. You'll at least get a little more respect from not being a coward as well.
That is so true. If you want to mend your relationship with them,
suffer.
Put
up with it. Deal with it.
Like, running from it is only going to do you worse.
That just means when you do show up on the holidays and the weekends, it'll just even be more disdain and more rudeness.
Exactly.
Versus if you go to every single time and you show them, hey, I'm working on it. Like, they're not going to be rude for the next 50 years. Like, it's so fresh, but like maybe you'll earn their forgiveness after a long time.
Yep.
But don't expect it to be better don't expect them to forgive you just because your wife forgave you.
100%. Yeah. Wow. This was one that I didn't
see this one coming.
Yeah.
In-laws
I would be
twist.
on the in-laws side.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Back to you.
Yeah. Okay. This one comes from Am I the Asshole? And it says it's not safe for work. But there's literally no part of this that is not safe for work. So
well,
I don't know.
Your opinion. But if you guys are playing this on the speaker at work, maybe tone it down a little bit.
I truly don't think you need to, but let us know in the comments after we read the story.
I would just like to advertise that we click explicit content when we do ours, podcasts and such.
What do you mean?
There's a little button that it says like explicit content.
Oh, on YouTube?
On our podcast side.
Oh.
And I always click that button because, we swear.
Yes.
There's some sex themes. Who knows what's going to come up on this podcast? This is an adults 18 plus podcast. We have no idea what's going to happen. So
yes. I would agree with that.
I would advertise our whole podcast as not safe for work.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. Am I the asshole for quote unquote publicly humiliating my sister-in-law? I, 30s female, got married to my husband, 30s male, this July. Our wedding theme was fairy court. And it's spelled fairy like it is in what's the book called?
A Song of Ice and Fire? Nope, that's Game of Thrones.
Court of Thorns and Roses. Yep. AITAH. AITAH. If you're an AITAH fan, we love you. We only invited close family and friends and asked that they wear jewel-toned dresses and suit jackets. The wedding was in sort of a forest. We also took photos with almost everyone, not just the wedding party, which only consisted of a best man and a maid of honor. My sister-in-law, mid-20s, shows up in a blush pink dress and her boyfriend in a cream suit jacket. She thought that would make her pop, I guess. She is an attention seeker by testimony of everyone but her mom. Joke's on her. My dress was gold and shimmery and my husband was an emerald green jacket. Also, I was wearing a full-on crown. No mistaking who the bride was. When the photographer asked me if she should Photoshop them a bit to make them blend in more, since we went with a dramatic photo style that emphasized the deep jewel tones and the darkness of the forest, I told her not to bother, make them look nice, but don't change the color or anything like that. Well, I received the photos 4 days ago. I posted some on my Instagram and most of my Facebook, since most of our older relatives use it exclusively, and they, sister-in-law and boyfriend, looked so out of place. They were almost washed out. Then she had the nerve to comment on my post. It was very passive-aggressive, something along the lines of washing her out to make myself stand out more. I replied by saying that she washed herself out by ignoring the wedding theme. She deleted her comment. But then we met last night at my in-laws. It was an accident, not planned or anything. She said pretty much the same thing. I repeated that she washed herself out because the photo style we chose emphasized deep colors. That's why we asked people to wear jewel tones. It escalated and ended up with me telling her that she looked like shit in our photos, her complaint, because she was a jealous little woman who thought she could upstage me with a $30 dress the color of diluted Pepto. She started crying and left. Now my mother-in-law says I owe sister-in-law an apology for quote-unquote publicly shaming her, and as well for insulting her looks. So am I the asshole?
Fuck around, you're gonna find out. You think you can wear whatever you want? All right, no problem. Well, you didn't look good in the photos, so that's your own fucking problem, and I ain't apologizing to you. You got what was coming to you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Very rude to go to somebody's wedding and not follow like the dress,
Dress code.
criteria. Yeah, dress code. On it, like, why do people do that in their right mind? Why are they like, I'm gonna wear whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't care about you. I don't care about what the invitation said. I can do what I want. How old was she again? Sorry.
Mid-20s, it said.
Yeah.
Also, to wear a blush pink dress, like, I feel like that's like a very light color that you shouldn't be wearing to a wedding anyways.
It's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And it's like too close to white.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, even if there wasn't a dress code, like, I feel like that is also like a risky kind of color that you should stay away from usually.
I fucking love the idea of the gold dress and the crown and the emerald suit. Yeah. Love that idea. Is there any pictures or anything?
No pictures. Oh,
Can you send her a DM? Can you send her a DM asking for pictures? I'd love to throw some pictures up on the YouTube of that because I want to see that. That would be incredible. Like a gold dress for the bride. You just don't see that very often. That would be amazing.
Okay, I'll message her, but I'm not sure she'll share.
No promises. Yeah. But if we get them by the time I'm done my editing, you might be seeing them right now if you're looking on YouTube.
Yeah. I think what she said may have been a little asshole-ish, but
sometimes it's okay to be an asshole. It was well deserved.
Yes, 100%. She was a little bit harsh, but it's definitely warranted.
Definitely. I'm on board with it.
Yeah, I definitely support it.
Sometimes you got to put them in their place.
Yeah, I agree.
She deserved it.
I love this whole idea of the theme of like a fairy court.
Do we need to readjust our wedding plans now?
I know, maybe. It doesn't really fit Italy,
look up to a gold dress? You already bought your dress, didn't you, though?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Maybe get my tux sorted up soon. For anybody new coming from Spotify, Teresa and I are planning our wedding for May 2025 in Italy. Destination, vacation, villa. I won't say any more because we've said it on previous episodes. So, yeah, bye. Okay.
Top comment. Not the asshole. A, you did not insult her looks. You told her that the color of her dress was a bad choice and that you were aware she chose it to stand out in front of everyone else. B, you already told them the dress code and they chose to do their own thing. Whilst I'm not necessarily for imposed dress codes at weddings outside of the regular expectations, the fact that they looked washed out in the photos is down to their choice of clothing, not the photographs or the photographer or you.
Hells yeah. Well said.
Yep, that's all on you, girl. All right, moving along. All right. This one is coming from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to host any more family get-togethers at our house because I hate hosting my in-laws and their poor manners? My husband and I finally bought our first house. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, and we bought it a year ago. Over the holidays, we thought we'd take on the role of hosting a few get-togethers. From my perspective, it was absolute hell. I hated every second of it. I never really hosted anything or entertained or whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's just that I'm not used to the requirements. But growing up, my mom or dad would host family and they were nothing like this. My in-laws did things like let the kids run around screaming / yelling up and down stairs, touching things that didn't belong to them, making messes, and not making them clean up after themselves. Also, parents didn't bring anything for the kids to do and got pissy with us for not having anything for them. They brought a dog into our house, let the dog onto our furniture. They left chairs sticking out of the tables / counters instead of pushing them in. They stomped around the house with their shoes on despite being asked to remove them. They left trash / paper plates sitting around or balled up instead of placing them into a trash can. They opened multiple bottles / cans of drinks and only took a sip and then just left it open and laying around the place. They pulled out and used new rolls of toilet paper when there was still plenty left on the rolls. They opened all of our medicine cabinets. Only one person asked if we needed help at any point, and it was my husband's brother's new girlfriend who we were all meeting for the first time. She offered to help us to clean up, bring out food, etc.
Overall, this was a terrible experience. My husband was shocked at his family's behavior and didn't know what to say. I don't blame him for this at all. He was just a part of hosting as me, but he was seeing his family through new eyes as well. When he talked to his mom and dad after, they just laughed at us and said, "That's what hosting is." So we decided together we would rather not go through all that again. Easter is coming up and my in-laws asked what our plans are. My husband said that we aren't going to host after everyone's awful manners. His mom and dad are upset with us. We have the big house, so they figured it would be on us from now on. We said the only way we would ever even consider hosting again is if every member of his family pitched in some way. They said that defeats the purpose of someone else hosting and that no one should be expected to pitch in if we offer to host. So we said we won't host.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not meant to host, but are we truly so far out of bounds to refuse to host anymore because of how his family behaves? Are we the assholes?
No. Oh my God. There is no expectation or there's no mandate for you to host. Okay. They're expecting you to host because you have a big house, which is annoying. That makes me like, if I were in their shoes, that would make me want to downsize, first of all.
Yeah.
That's so annoying. And at first I was thinking, okay, maybe you would be an asshole if you didn't talk to them about it. If you just said, I don't want to host anymore, kind of being passive aggressive. But they talked to them about it. They said, we don't appreciate your manners. If we continue to host, we need you guys to help out. Stop being so inconsiderate of our home and leaving trash around and all that stuff. And they said, that's what hosting is?
That's your job.
No, it's absolutely not what hosting is. And why would you think that I want to do that then?
Yeah. Why would I want to bring you back to my house when you're just going to make so much work for me?
That's so ridiculous. Oh my God. They're hosting every single holiday. Someone else, like with a smaller house, can host.
Yep.
Or you can go to a restaurant or something. Like that's not on you to host, especially.
So disrespectful.
Yeah.
Where are your manners?
Yeah.
And it's like the husband is also like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So it seems like it's not the way the parents raised him, but the parents are like, fuck it. Fuck you. I don't know. It's very weird.
It's so weird.
Because normally in this situation, the husband would be like, well, honey, that's what it is when you host. Like, I knew this was what we were getting ourselves into because my parents always had to do this and everything. But the fact that he was like, what the fuck is happening too?
Yeah.
It was like, this is so weird. The fact that he doesn't even understand what's happening.
Yeah, it's very odd because, he didn't see it like with his upbringing.
Yeah.
So
I'll always try to help out. I try to grab the plates and but like some of the things that she said, just like opening cans and like they couldn't put their paper plates into the garbage and stuff. Like, come on. Like, and who brings their dog into the house and then just lets the dog jump on all the furniture?
Without permission. It sounds like they didn't know that the dog was coming. And
they got pissy that they didn't have games for the kids and stuff. Buddy, that's your kids. You entertain them yourself. Like,
that's ridiculous.
And who goes through people's medicine cabinets? And nobody offered to help on anything, like bringing out the food or cleaning up or anything. Like you go somewhere, just offer to contribute. Like, do something. Like, you see, like, somebody left a paper plate on the desk, whatever. Just put that into the garbage. Like, try to find some little things. I always try to help out for the host and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
This kind of reminds me of like back in high school, like hosting house parties. You ever go to any house parties?
Yeah.
Went to house parties all the time. And like, if I was like having the house party, like I threw a lot of house parties, but like I'd always have my group of guys. And I do remember that we used to frown on the kids who would like come in and then like when we're picking up the stuff at the end of the night, we can tell like, oh, we know like one person did like so many things.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck was wrong with Jacob? Like, he left all this stuff here. Like, these were what Jacob was drinking. All of his fucking drinks, not a single one made it to the recycling bin.
Yeah.
Like, or like this one's half drinking, that one's half drinking. And it's like, so like sometimes there's like, you could tell like, okay, generally there's a general mess and there's like 5 guys or a crew and we're all like helping cleaning up. And if I ever stay late at one of my close friends was hosting, like I was the one staying late, I'm always cleaning up the party. I'm like, guys, okay, let's get all these beer bottles round up, all the drink bottles, get them in the recycling. Let's pour them out before we don't have to do it in the morning. Let's just do it all now while we're wasted and then we can go to bed and stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's always be somebody who are like, we know he left all of those.
Yeah.
We don't like that person. So it kind of reminds me of that. But like, yeah, just put in a little bit of effort.
Come on.
Clean up a little bit if you're going to somebody's house.
Yeah.
I would love to have the big house. I would love to have a compound of activities and I would love to host every single event.
I would too.
I also have big dreams for our property and house. Like I want to have a pool that has a hot tub kind of like in it. So you can kind of like hop, jump in from the pool into the hot tub and jump like slide out of the hot tub into the pool, like same level, just a little divider with like a tiki bar that serves the pool and the hot tub. And then right beside the bar, there's where the lazy river enters into the pool. And then at the other end, the lazy river like goes around. And then I also want like a miniature train that goes through. I want this whole compound with like maybe like a zip line and stuff too. I don't know. But like I would always want to like host. I would want to be like the cool aunt and uncle and like always be the hosting and stuff. Me too. But if my family came and Madison,
they would never do that.
They would never. Yeah. But if they came and they're an absolute disaster, nightmare, I would be like, I don't want to host anymore. Yeah. Like what is this?
Of course.
Like there's no help, no appreciation, no anything. Like what is wrong with you?
Yeah. No, 100%. It's definitely your feelings are valid and
it's such an easy thing to help and just clean up after yourself. Like at the bare minimum, if you're not going to go overboard and help with like bringing out the food, washing the dishes, like clean up after yourself. Make a net zero impact for yourself.
I like that. Yeah.
At bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like you don't necessarily always have to go over and above and beyond and, do all the dishes and stuff like that at family get-togethers. But at the bare minimum, clean up after yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a top comment on this? No update. Top comment, not the asshole, your house, your rules. And if people are ignoring those rules, then I think it's fair not to host. I think it's valid to not want to host for any reason, but your list is wild to me. Going through the medicine cabinets is a huge one. I'd be worried about hidden addictions in that family. That's who does that. Some of them are easily mitigated. Pets on the furniture? Clarify, no pets if you ever host again. But what really gets me is the shoe thing. It's super common in a lot of cultures not to wear shoes in the house. But something you'd expect and respect when going into someone's house is such a baseline boundary that to disregard it is absurd. What are you getting out of it to ignore that rule? A petty sense of control? I could deal with the chairs, even the messes, but if people went out of their way to spite the house rules for absolute no reason, I wouldn't invite them back either. If they can't respect something as basic as no shoes, they don't have an iota of respect for you and your husband.
100%. Yes.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
the
me
shoes
too.
is a huge one.
When you read it, I was like thinking I should bring it up, but then I forgot about it. But
like, we're Canadian, so it's very common for us to take the shoes off at the door. I heard Americans like wear their shoes throughout the house and stuff.
I heard that too. I don't know how true that is. Maybe our fellow American listeners can let us know.
Yeah.
If that's common. But I don't know. In American television, they do.
Yeah.
Like they go in bed with their shoes. Like,
isn't that weird to wear the shoes that you were wearing outside that track dirt on them, came to the front and then wear them through your house? Like you can already, like for Canadians, like usually like a lot of houses will have like the little inner door where people keep all of their shoes. No. Like in the walk-in, like there'll usually be like the screen door and then there'll be a gap. Like the house near your parents where the cat is, there's that little inlet.
Okay.
A lot of people keep their shoes in that little inlet.
Okay, like a kind of like a green room.
Yeah,
thing? Yeah,
kind of like a shoe room. So like the dirt stays in there, and they get really dirty where the shoes are, or like near the front. The front always gets dirty wherever you place your shoes.
Yeah.
You can see it add up over time.
So, not a lot of houses have that though.
Not a lot, but some of them do.
Yeah.
But even then, you always have like the shoe rack by the front door.
Yeah.
The shoes stay by the front.
Yeah.
And that front door area always has like a mat or something that gets really dirty. And I can't imagine bringing that into the house.
I know.
So I can't imagine like wearing my shoes in my room.
Absolutely not.
Like on the carpet.
I don't even like outside clothes on my bed.
Yeah. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And then the fact that like their house rules is like sometimes like you we have people over, and like right before they come over, you're literally mopping the floor.
Yeah.
And then when they come in, you say, "Don't worry about taking off your shoes."
That's
and
just
I'm
a
like,
polite thing to say.
It's a polite thing to say, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, guys, please take off your shoes. Please, Teresa literally just mopped the floor, and you're like, oh, but you don't have to. I'm like, guys, please, just take off your shoes. We're Canada. Why wouldn't you take off your shoes? And then your mom invites me to her house, and she's like, "Don't worry about taking off your shoes." And I'm like, my shoes are already off.
That's just the way I was raised. I don't know. Like, yes, we always say don't take off your shoes. Everyone always takes off their shoes, though.
Yeah, it's like something that you say that shouldn't be upheld, like something else. There's
kind of
things. It's like you say it by being polite.
It's an unnecessary thing to say.
Yeah,
but
like saying sorry when you don't need to say sorry.
You're just too brutally honest.
I like to be brutally honest sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to be an asshole. Be straight about it.
I will still continue to tell people, no, it's okay. Leave them on.
You tell them to leave them on, and I'm like, buddy, I'm in socks. I don't need your shoe mess dragging through my house for my socks to pick up. So please leave your shoes at the front. Don't bring your shoes in the house. Don't bring them into our condo. What? They don't even want to leave their shoes on. They want to take their shoes off.
If they want to leave them on, they can leave them on. They're a guest.
No. Unacceptable. If you ever come to my house, take your damn shoes off.
Oh, you're being passive aggressive now.
I don't care. I don't care.
Okay.
All right. Moving along.
Let's move along.
Back to you.
Back to me.
Before we get there, got a public service announcement. It's number 2 for me. We are trying the Cottage Springs Vodka Soda Original pineapple flavor. I love pineapples. 0 carbs, 0 sugar. I'm excited. 5%. Let's go. That one's good. You want to try?
Sure.
Didn't you like recently learn something about pineapples or something?
That's yummy. Yeah, my mom, when I told my mom that I had a cough, she told me to go get some pineapple juice because apparently it's like an anti-inflammatory. And I've been drinking pineapple juice and it's been helping my cough.
And your ginger shots.
Yeah, I've been taking ginger shots every day. They're fucking disgusting.
I fucking hate them. A while ago, Teresa made me take ginger shots, and like they're like these little like vials. They're like concentrated.
Yeah.
Oh, and I tried to take it. It burned, and I couldn't. I was like, "This is so terrible." She's like, "Well, like mix it with water, like dilute it." So like I take like a big cup of water and I pour it in. I dilute it like. I think it was like 10 to 1 or 20 to 1. Like there was a lot of water. Yeah. And I'm pretty good at chugging things. So I just go gob, 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 gob. And it's going all the way down. And then right after it goes down, instant ginger burn. And I vomit it back up into the sink, into the kitchen sink. It literally burnt, vomited up through my mouth, out my nose, out everything, maybe out of my ears. I don't know. It was just burning everywhere. It was so gross. And I'm like, I am never taking ginger shots again. And I haven't had to since.
Oh my God. Yes. And I've also made you take oregano oil.
Yeah. Like oregano oil. Italians think oregano oil solves everything. Oh, you're Italian. Slightly getting sick. Take oregano oil. And then Teresa made me take the liquid form back in 2019 when we were in Europe. And guess what? Denver vomited also from taking that shit. And I've never had to take it again.
Yes.
And then later she like Googled it and it said that medically oregano oil does nothing.
Yes. So I've stopped taking it. But the ginger shots, like, why do you want to be sick? Like, just suffer for a little bit.
No, I'll suffer longer. I don't need that hard ginger suffer.
Okay. It's worth it for me.
All right.
If you guys have any natural remedies that you can suggest, let us know in the comments.
Whoa. Did you know that Cottage Springs is made in Canada? Just saw a made in Canada symbol on the side of this can. That's cool. Didn't know that. We're Canadians.
We are Canadians, in case you guys didn't know.
Coming to you live from Toronto. Forgot to add that in the intro.
All right. This one comes from Am I the Asshole? I'm going to give a trigger warning for this one for baby loss. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that his mom is no longer welcome in our home? My female 30 husband, male 31, dated Kathy, female 30, for 3 years while at university. They were planning to get married when Kathy fell pregnant, but she confessed the child may be another man's. They broke up, but a DNA test proved that my husband was the father. As such, my husband agreed to co-parent, but refused to rekindle the relationship. Very sadly, the baby was born with a heart defect and passed away at 4 months old. Both Kathy and my husband were destroyed, and Kathy ended up moving away. My husband went on to meeting me, and we were married 2 years ago. My mother-in-law, female 60, has always carried a torch for Kathy and thought that they should get back together when the child was proved to be my husband's. Then the next reason became so that Kathy and my husband could help each other through their grief. Unfortunately, between her love of Kathy and me being a different race, mother-in-law had made no secret of not liking me, to the extent where she excluded me from family photos because I am not family. My husband has always stood up for me in these scenarios. My mother-in-law's birthday was last weekend, and my husband wanted to throw a celebration at our house. We went the whole 9 yards with a cake and decorations. My husband also asked for my help picking out a very expensive handbag as a gift. I love my husband, and I know he loves his mom, so I'm happy to help him do something nice for her. My mother-in-law showed up on the day with Kathy in tow, which was a surprise for everyone. She said that she had run into Kathy at the store. As Kathy had recently moved back, mother-in-law wanted to reintegrate the mother of her grandchild back into the family. Never mind the fact that the baby passed away around 6 years ago now. I was really upset, but this was only exacerbated by my mother-in-law constantly trying to throw my husband and Kathy together. Kathy, why don't you sit next to him? Kathy, why don't you go help him with the barbecue? Kathy, would you mind asking him where X is? I spent the whole day biting my tongue, but it was too much. When everyone left and my mother-in-law asked Kathy to give my husband a hug. My husband initially refused, but after some pushing from mother-in-law, he relented and hugged Kathy. As soon as they left, I asked my husband what he was thinking. He said he didn't want to upset my mother-in-law on her birthday, but I asked, why did he want to upset me? He said he didn't. He just thought it would be easier to handle with me later. I was furious and said that I expect that either mother-in-law apologizes or she is no longer welcome in our home. My husband said that I am going too far, but I don't think I'm being unreasonable. Was I the asshole?
Nope. Tell your husband that the whole world agrees with you, especially ThreadTalk Podcast agrees with you. No, fuck mother-in-law.
Yeah.
How disrespectful and rude can you possibly be?
It's not like they're boyfriend and girlfriend. They're married.
Yeah. It's
married.
Even if they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes, even if.
Whatever. The only situation where this is acceptable is he's single.
Yeah.
He's single? Sure. No problem. He's not single? Respect his decision to be in a relationship with somebody else.
Yep.
Fuck off. You're banned.
Also, he's pissing me off.
He's pissing me off too.
He pissed me off with his comment, like...
Easier to handle you.
That's...
Fuck you, buddy.
That would set me off. I would rage. I would rage.
Oh,
if he
I'd
said
rage
that to
too.
me. Oh my God. But no, yeah, okay, I get it. It's her birthday, but she crossed a fucking line.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what day of year it is. I don't care if like her fucking... I don't know, but...
There's also like okay, first off, it's weird and unacceptable to bring her in the first place. But if your social awareness is fucking lacking,
yeah,
not there's a difference between your social awareness is lacking and you're like, oh, I saw you at the store, you guys used to date, we're having my birthday party, you should come, like blah blah blah, and then she comes. There's a difference between that. And then when you get there, oh, you should ask him this. Oh, you should hug him. Oh, this. And trying to like insert her into everything. Two different things. Now you're being malicious. First, you don't have social awareness, which is like, okay, this is not great. This is a little awkward. There can be a conversation of please don't do that again, whatever. But now you've gone past that and you're into malicious intent.
Yes.
And you're like doing this on purpose. And it's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yes. Also, like, I would love to be a fly on the wall with that whole hug interaction. Like, husband says, no, I don't want to hug you. And the mother-in-law's, yes, hug her. Like, how awkward is that?
And Kathy is like, oh, please.
Come here, give me a hug.
Is Kathy like, oh, please hug me? I'm like, what is Kathy thinking?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's just as awkward for Kathy too, but.
Maybe.
If it was, why'd she show up? She knew it'd be awkward. She knows he's married now.
I don't know.
Why
we
would
can't
she show
really
up?
assume that. Maybe.
But there's a question of why did Kathy show up? There is a question there.
Okay, that is true, but like I don't know.
Bro. I had a girlfriend in high school. Okay,
Yeah.
dated for 4 years. I'm going. I don't know. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to the store. I run into her mom. Her mom's like, "Oh, Denver, how have you been? How are you?" And everything. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm married." And she's like, "Oh yeah, my daughter's married too. They're throwing me a birthday party. Do you want to come?" And I'm like,
Okay, so fair. Yeah.
"Great to see you, but don't you think that would be a little bit awkward? You know what I mean? That's a little weird. I don't think I should go."
That's fair.
That's a little weird. I don't think I should go.
Maybe we'll just give everyone the benefit of doubt and say that they are just lacking social awareness or self-awareness. But yeah, I don't know. Kathy, it's weird. It's weird vibes for sure.
Weird vibe from Kathy, because I know I would be like, I don't think I should go.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
But you're a self-aware person.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't.
So like, not only is mother-in-law in the wrong, but like, what's wrong with Kathy too? Like, come on.
Yeah. This poor girl, this poor woman. OP.
Her
Like,
husband's sleeping on the couch.
bro, husband, I don't know. Not divorce worthy, but like would piss me the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Top comment, not the asshole. Quote unquote, easier to handle with me later is code for I'd rather hurt you because it's easier to make you forgive me than deal with the cause of the issue. He allowed his mother to force physical intimacy because he didn't want to upset her on her birthday when she brought the ex who cheated on him with to your home and tried to make them flirt. She deserved to have a birthday ruined. My guess is that Kathy probably had very little idea of the pit she walked into. Whether she's been in constant contact with your mother-in-law and therefore very misinformed, or did just run into her and had no idea of any of the relationship going on, it's up to you and your husband to make a decision about what to do about her in the future. But make your husband deal with his mother. Make it clear that the standard he ignores is the standard he accepts. And even though he normally stands up for you, it's time that he stopped the disrespect entirely. Standing up to her hasn't done anything. She's a racist and she's escalating her provocative behavior. If that means removing his mother from his wife's life, so be it. I forgot about the racist
Yeah, I
part
forgot
too.
about that part too. And I also forgot about the part where she cheated on him.
Yeah.
Mom, why
Yeah.
would I want to get back with the girl that cheated on me while I'm already married?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I know. Literally.
Now, no. Now I know why Kathy went. Because Kathy's a piece of shit. Kathy's a piece of shit. She's like, well, I cheat on him, so maybe he'll cheat on his wife with me. Like, she thinks there's room there. I know why Kathy went.
Maybe.
I know what Kathy's intentions were. I know.
You're hurting my ears. Let's settle down. Despicable. Yeah. I mean, okay. It's guaranteed that mother-in-law was malicious with this.
Yeah, 100% malicious.
But we don't know if Kathy was.
No.
We can't really put the blame on her.
I'm doing it. I'm on that side. You like to go in hypotheticals all the time with my stories. I'm going hypothetical here.
Okay, fair.
I'm calling it mother-in-law, malicious intent. Kathy, dumbass, malicious intent.
Dumbass malicious content. That's wild.
Like, how dumb do you think? You think he's going to want you? You cheat on him and he's married now. Time to move on. Like, how is mother-in-law being like, yeah, I want the ex-girlfriend that cheated on me while I'm married.
Well,
Great idea, Mom.
I think that also shows like a how much of a racist she is. Like, she would rather a cheating woman for her son than a woman who is loyal but is a different race.
I don't know. I'm not willing to go there because we don't know. I'm not painting mother-in-law as a racist because nothing in this story says.
OP says that she is.
Where? When?
She said that she's a racist.
Oh, okay. I thought she just says that she's a different race.
She said, unfortunately, between her love for Kathy and me being a different race, mother-in-law has made no secret of not liking me. So I'm sure she has made comments before to make her feel not welcomed.
Fuck you, mother-in-law.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit.
Fuck you, Mel.
Mill?
Yeah. M-I-L.
Yes. Yeah, these ones are making me mad.
Mom's probably name is Karen.
Probably.
Need to move along.
Yeah, let's move along.
Move along. This one's coming from AITAH, posted 2 months ago. User's name is Soggy Jackfruit 9949.
Soggy jackfruit?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my husband he either tells his family they aren't coming on our vacation or me and the kids will not go?
So dramatic.
I like to amp up the dramatics once in a while. If I don't go, he, by extension, can't go because it's my family's cabin, for the record. We are both 30. We have 4 children combined. The youngest is 6 months. I'm not sure what it is about his family, but our daughter screams every single time these people come around us. Every other week, at least. Whenever they come over, I find myself beyond stressed out because our daughter screams the entire time and his family just thinks that it's funny. What? Like, they pass her around while she's screaming and they laugh about it, and it takes them forever to hand her back to me to get her calmed down. And all of them claim that she acts like that because I spoil her. Her family consists of his mom, his 2 sisters, and both of his sisters have 1 daughter each, 15 and 13. Our daughter doesn't act like this when it comes to anyone else, family, friends, or complete strangers. She loves people, but the second any of my family's family comes around, she's screaming from the time they show up until they leave unless I physically leave the room with her. Anyways, I needed a vacation. I asked my parents if I could use their cabin for a week next week, and they said yes. My husband, for whatever reason, decided that he wanted his mom to come, and she invited her daughters. So I'm getting text messages saying, what should I bring? And whatever else. I never wanted them to come. I asked my husband why the F he would invite his family when it pretty much sets in stone that I will have an absolute nightmare of a time because our daughter does not like these people. The whole point of a damn vacation is to relax, not add more stress to it by basically ensuring that our daughter will not sit down for a split second because she is afraid of his family. He said that he thought it would be fine because we have talked in the past, pre-baby, about inviting them to the cabin for a family vacation, and said that maybe having our daughter surrounded with them for a week would make her like them. I told him I'm 100% not okay with that, and he needs to tell them that none of them are welcome. Even his mother, whom I can't stand to be around due to her constant baby advice. Quote unquote, you need to put her the fuck down. She acts like that because you spoil her. End quote. He said he doesn't feel comfortable telling them they can't go because he already said they could and he doesn't want to offend anyone. Well, I snapped and I said, quote, either tell them they aren't fucking coming or me and the kids won't go. Better yet, you can stay home with your family and me and the kids will go without you. End quote. He slammed off to his office and shut the door and now is not speaking to me. Am I the asshole? He says that I'm deliberately cutting his family out and have been since the baby was born. And honestly, I feel like cutting his family out because it stresses me out having a baby scream for hours whenever they come here. And I'm tired of it because it's me who has to deal with it.
Absolutely not. You're not the asshole. And the story is very concerning to me, actually.
Very.
That family is evil.
Why is the baby always screaming when they're around? It's like, what are they doing when she's not looking to make the baby not like them?
That is actually a terrifying thought. And I just made me it gave me chills because I don't know. It's concerning to me that the husband isn't concerned as well. You don't think your baby screaming like that is concerning?
It's very concerning.
Why?
Okay, right now, I don't have a baby, but I would feel like babies are reactive to their environment.
They're smart.
If they have good vibes, they're working off auras and stuff, they have good vibes and nobody's fucking pinched their cheeks and nobody's tortured them, they're usually pretty happy with new people. But when they see people that are causing them pain, because that's all babies react to is joy and pain. I feel like they have a simple scale of emotions, joy or pain. Pain scale, they're going to be scared of those people. Now, I'm going to be very hurt if Madison has a kid and I do nothing to hurt him and he just screams whenever I'm around him and he doesn't like me. I would be so sad.
Can you imagine?
But I feel, and then maybe I'll change my opinion, but I feel like there's a reason why the kid is always screaming around them, because they're not nice to the kid and they're torturing it.
I mean, we can't say it, they're torturing it, but...
No, we can't say it, but I feel like babies have a very simple scale. They have a joy and pain scale.
I don't like the comments that mother-in-law makes. Like, you need to put her down? What does that even mean?
That's a red flag.
What does she mean by that?
Yeah. Like, you're holding her too much. You need to let her sit and cry in her crib.
Put her down.
Like, she needs to cry in her crib. Like, oh, she's crying. Don't pick her up and try to, like, soothe her. Just let her cry in her crib. I
was going very dark there. I don't know. I thought, like, put her down. I don't know. That, like, really made me concerned. But still.
You need to bring her down a notch?
No, like, put her down like a dog.
The fuck?
I don't know. Like, that, like, really scared me. I didn't know what she meant by that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, put her down?
No, I don't know what you mean, Teresa. Nobody says put her down as if kill the fucking baby.
Okay,
that's
sorry,
not
but
a thing that is ever said by anyone.
That's why I was very concerned.
What the hell you're talking about?
I'm so glad that that's not the case. But
you have a twisted mind.
Sorry, this family seems very evil. Like, I don't know. It's giving, I don't know. I'm getting bad vibes from them. And I hope how old is the baby?
6 months.
Oh my God, only 6 months. So she can't even like ask the baby, like, what's wrong? Why you screaming?
Why don't you like Nana?
I don't know. I would be doing everything in my power to protect that baby.
I would just like to say that you never get to ask babies anything. The time that you get to ask a human something, they're no longer a baby, they're a toddler. So
whatever.
I just like to point that out.
Okay, whatever. You say stuff that doesn't make sense all the time.
Yeah, you call me out on it, so I'm not going to enjoy my call out.
But I don't know. I would definitely not be going to this cabin, and I would stay the fuck away from that family.
I would 100% do exactly what she did. Yeah. Buddy, fuck off. I'm going to the cabin on vacation. It's my family's vacation. You made the dumbass mistake of inviting them without even asking me.
That too.
So fuck you. You get to apologize on your own. You don't want to be put in that situation? Next time, don't fucking invite people when it's not your place. And like, just don't fucking invite people without talking to me. I thought we were a fucking team here. So fuck you, buddy.
Exactly.
You made your own bed. Reap what you sow.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I get it's their cabin. But
no, it's not their cabin. It's her parents' cabin.
What?
She asked her parents if she could go to their cabin. It's not their cabin. It's her parents' cabin.
I totally misunderstood that.
Yeah. And he just automatically invited them without asking her.
No. That makes it so much worse.
So much worse. If it's their cabin, okay. They bought it together to joint cabin. A little bit more understandable. But buddy, you're lucky to be going. And you just go ahead and invite.
Oh my God. No,
up.
Conversations need to be had. Like, no. There's absolutely no shot. Like, husband is passing boundaries now.
Yeah.
He's crossing the line. This is divorce worthy for me.
Oh, okay. I'm not going that far.
No, it is, because he's not concerned about their daughter. Something is going on. I think there's something really wrong going on, and he's not concerned. And
do I need to be concerned? Teresa is very quick to jump to divorce worthy. Do I need to be concerned about our future?
No, come on.
I'm sorry I didn't make your peanut butter and jelly sandwich right. Please don't divorce me.
Come on. Don't patronize me like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This is so different.
It's all messed up. Okay. Top comment. Not the asshole, not his cabin, not his choice to invite his family without asking you first. The fact that he asked his family without prior consultation with you tells me he doesn't care that much about how you feel, because he doesn't feel your input is necessary when it comes to decisions like these.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's why it's divorce worthy for me, because you don't respect, like,
I just don't want to
You're
go so quick to divorce, but I would say, like, listen, buddy, there needs a conversation to be had here. And if things continue, it's going to lead to divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reminds me of like the YouTube one with the other one where I said, like, okay, the guidelines have been set. If you break these rules, these are the consequences. It's kind of like that with a relationship. Like, we're going to set this, we're going to set the boundaries. And if you continue to break the boundaries, I'm going to be looking for papers.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
There is an edit to add.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to say before I read the edit to add?
No.
Edit to add. Yes, he makes a habit of doing this. Every time we go anywhere at all, say a beach or the park or the movies or anything, he is inviting either his mom or his mom and his sisters / nieces. If he only invites his mom, she will then invite her daughters. We literally can't do anything without them. And this is how it's been since we moved back to his hometown 2 years ago. I have told him several times that I am tired of it and don't want them invited to go with us everywhere we go. And he doesn't see what the issue is and tries pulling the, well, if it was your family, you wouldn't mind. But there's zero comparison since I see my family maybe 3 times a year. He even invited his mom here immediately following us leaving the hospital with the baby without telling me. And she invited her daughters. So they all showed up here when my daughter was 3 days old and I got pissed off. So they all showed up here when my daughter was 3 days old and got pissed off at me for not being okay with it.
No. Like this just was a nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah, I think that for like, you're right, divorce worthy. Like she said it. She said it several times before.
Yeah. 100%.
She can't go anywhere without the family. She wants to be married to him, not him and his mom and his sisters and everything.
Yeah, I got that feeling when he said, like, he's asking his family to come on this trip that was for her and her time and whatever without asking her. That's telling me he's done this before.
It's the nail in the coffin, like you said. It's like every time they go to the movies, they go to the beach, they go to the park, he's always doing this. And she asked her parents if she could go to their cottage to get away from them.
Yeah.
And then he invites them.
No.
She's done.
He's done.
She's had enough of him.
He's done. Like, he is the problem.
He is the problem.
Yeah.
Why do you invite your family for everything? We are a team. I would never think to invite my family to something without asking you.
Yeah.
I would ask you first. Be like, hey, this is a cool event. Do you think we should invite Kat and Dennis? Oh, hey, do you think Madison and Chris would want to come with us? Mm-hmm. Like, do you think we should include them in our plans?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just do this us two?
100%.
Most of the time, it's just us two. Most of the things we do, it's just us.
It also, like, it makes me wonder, like, why doesn't he want alone time with his wife?
Does he not even like her?
Does he not like her? Like,
you're my best friend.
Yeah. Like, sorry, but, like, why do you want to hang out with your mom and your sister so much? You can't just have alone time with me?
Yeah. Like, Teresa is my best friend. I don't want to hang out with anybody else.
Yeah.
We should quit our jobs and just stay together 24/7 in this studio. We'll pump out an episode every single day. Let us know if you guys want us to do that. Oh, man.
This one made me really mad.
These in-law ones are triggering.
I know.
Maybe I think for my next story, if your story is not a happy story. Okay, you read your story, and then I got one to bring the mood back up.
Okay, perfect.
It's not an in-law one, but we'll just throw it in there just to bring the mood back up.
We need one.
We've had some people say, like, hey, you need to have some balance with your episodes. Don't keep dragging us down. So
yeah,
you go off with your story. My next story will bring this episode.
Sounds good. Okay.
Positivity.
All right. Okay, this one was posted 1 day ago.
Ooh, hot, fresh one.
Yes. Am I the asshole for refusing to cook for my wife's pregnant sister and telling her she has a husband who could do it? I've, 31 male, been married to my wife, Sage, 30 female, for 6 years, and we have 2 kids together. I'm a chef, and I love to cook, but generally, we take turns cooking, so neither gets burnt out or feels like it's a chore. This is especially helpful when we host others because allergies are big in both of our families. When she was pregnant, though, I cooked for her all the time because pregnancy was not easy for Sage, and I wanted her to be able to relax and enjoy food instead of being too tired and sick to eat. which is how she is in the very early stages of her first pregnancy. Everyone knew about it, but Sage's sister Gwen, 34 female, brought it up an excessive amount, and she couldn't believe Sage was getting waited on during her pregnancy, and that, quote, a dude wouldn't do that for his wife, end quote. It was a touch annoying how much she brought it up. Now Gwen is pregnant with her first child, and she called up out of the blue after her pregnancy announcement to say, I should cook and send meals over for her like I did for Sage. At first, I thought she was trying and failing to be funny, but nope, she was as serious as a heart attack. I told her I wasn't cooking for her and brought up how random and inappropriate it was to ask like that. She told me we're family and she's pregnant, and I should want her to rest as much as I wanted Sage resting during both her pregnancies. I told her Sage is my wife, so it's different, and I told her she has a husband to cook for her if that's what she wants. She told me her husband would never, and I should try being a good brother-in-law. I told her brother-in-law doesn't equal spouse. Gwen tried to talk Sage into convincing me, but the two of them were never close, so Sage just rolled her eyes and told her where to go. Even she couldn't believe Gwen was for real. Gwen's reaction to being told no by both of us was to run to her parents and tell them I refused to help her out, and she told them she was struggling and had just wanted help. They asked why I couldn't do it occasionally, since Gwen's husband is too much of an ass to do it. I told them it was a lot to ask, and we weren't that close to Gwen. When Gwen realized her parents hadn't convinced me or convinced Sage to convince me, she called back up and said I was an ass for not helping my family and for rubbing her husband's lack of consideration in her face. I'm starting to feel like this will become such a huge deal, and now I'm doubting myself. Am I the asshole?
No, this is hilarious. This should be like a sitcom episode. You're a joke. What a joke.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that his wife was on the same page and
Yes.
told her where to shove it. Oh my God. That is just so funny. Like, you're not my family. My wife is my family. You're the extended family that I have to deal with, and you make it very hard to do that.
Yeah. The entitlement.
The entitlement.
It's
100% the entitlement. I honestly, I would like, it's funny because it's like your husband's such a piece of shit that he can't even cook anything for you while you're pregnant. I sort of, I would fucking cook everything for you if you were pregnant and you didn't want to cook. I'll take over that shit.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll work 60 hours a week and still cook for you. Like, whatever. The fact that he can't do it and then you say, like, you know your husband's a piece of shit is downright hilarious.
Yeah, and that just tells you, like, okay, you chose your husband.
Yeah.
That's on you. Like, that's the choice you made. Yeah. This is, again, you made your bed. Now you have to fucking lay in it.
What you
like,
sow.
Oh my God. Like, just because Sage found a good man doesn't mean you, Gwen, are entitled to that same man.
Maybe you shouldn't have settled for your guy. If that's what the treatment that you wanted. You're delusional. You're hilariously delusional.
Yeah.
I would have, what he could have done was gone onto his computer, worked up a little invoice, sent her an invoice, $100 a meal.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm busy. I'm a professional chef. I don't mind taking you on as a client if you want healthy meals. Here's the invoice.
I like it.
$100 a meal, 3 times a day, 7 days a week. I'm not that good at math. 3 times 7, 21. $2,100 a week invoice. Here you go. I'll make your meals $2,100 a week.
Yeah.
I'll cut you a deal. 8 G's a month.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Uh-huh.
If you can't get rid of them by continually saying no, put the I don't want to do it value on it.
Yeah.
It's like when Madison and Chris were getting their wedding done, they told me of a story. Wedding venues and wedding people should never say no. Mm-hmm. In the service industry, you do not say no. In the service industry, you put the I don't want to do it price tag on it. Mm-hmm. Customer asks you for something, never tell them no. Tell them this is the price for it and make the price so expensive that if you did do it, you'd be happy to do it because you're making a killing off of doing it. So they wanted to have Haagen-Dazs ice cream popsicles at their wedding to be served out on plates. And the wedding coordinator told them no right away. And Chris was like, you don't tell me no.
Yeah.
You give me a price that makes me want to say no.
Yeah.
If that's really something you don't want to do. You come up with a price, but listen, that's a lot of logistics, but we can do it, but this is going to be the cost. And then you let the customer think, that's outrageous. I don't want to pay that.
Yeah.
But that's better than saying no. So you can kind of use that in this situation.
He could, but he shouldn't have to. This is not, this is not a client.
100%. He shouldn't have to. Should never have to. They're delusional. Yeah. But when you're dealing with somebody so delusional, maybe you get a little bit creative.
Yeah.
And that's where you just slip an invoice in. I'm like, you pay for it, I'll do it.
I like that. Yeah.
This chick wants it for free. And you know what? She probably wants him to pay for the food too. She's so delusional.
Yeah, I know. The entitlement. Top comment. Not the asshole. What the fuck? Question mark, question mark, question mark. When I saw the header, I thought maybe your sister-in-law was visiting and you'd refuse to cook for her for some random reason.
Yeah.
But no, she's just mad. She put you down for cooking for your pregnant wife and now she's trying to emotionally blackmail you into doing it for her.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
So you know that you're a piece of shit when you originally did it, she made fun of you.
Yeah. If I were you, I would send her a recipe book. Or would cook an elaborate meal and send her pictures.
Oh my God. Best. His next post should be in the petty revenge category. Yeah. And it should be every time he makes a meal for his wife, he sends a picture to her. I would do that.
Tonight I cooked butter sage ravioli sauce.
Something. And just boom, boom. Or better yet, get the sister to send it to her. And be like, oh my God, look what I got for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Put it in the family group chat. Family group chat. Boom, 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 boom.
That's my level of petty. I like it.
I love it. I love that.
OP replies to that. I think it was more she was just jealous when I did it for Sage and spoke about it in a very weird way. But now she's pregnant and she wants to benefit from it. But I'm not her husband and it's not on me if she married someone who wouldn't do that for her. I also don't really think she needs it like she claims. Or surely she would have brought that up to me or Sage when she tried to convince us. I think she just wants free food that's handed to her ready to eat, lol.
100%. Just because you chose to marry somebody who wouldn't do that for you, like, don't make that somebody else's problem.
Yep.
If that's something that you want in your relationship, reconsider your relationship. Like, you literally also put your own husband down in the middle of this conversation.
I know.
Like,
she seems so messed up.
Yeah, that's twisted.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one kind of lightened my spirits.
Kind of did, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I need to bring out my story yet.
Up to you.
I'm going to hold off on it. I think I'll read it before the end of the episode. Moving along?
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she's not allowed to hold my daughter against my husband's wishes? My mother-in-law is 64. My husband and I are both 30 and we have a 4-month-old daughter. I've had an issue with this since day one. So she came to see us when my daughter was 5 or 6 days old, and the way she held my baby was ridiculous. Face down with her head sideways, her hand on her head with no other support. My daughter's legs pointed up towards mother-in-law's elbow, swinging her back and forward fast enough to give her the startle reflex repeatedly while screaming.
What?
Then she laughed about it. Thought my daughter being scared was hilarious, apparently. I took my daughter back, told her she was never to hold my daughter like that again. She pulled the, I've had 4 kids, I know what I'm doing talk, and refused to see any of my point of views. And so I didn't let her hold her again until she was 2 months old. Same damn thing.
What?
As soon as she was able to hold my daughter again, she starts flinging my daughter around in the same position. I immediately take her back and say, obviously, you haven't learned your lesson. I told you that you weren't to hold my daughter like that. I don't find it funny that she's screaming while you're flinging her around and not supporting her body at all.
Yeah.
I told her and my husband she's not holding my daughter again until she stops disrespecting me. My husband was pissed, but didn't say anything because he gets it and sees why it sketches me out, but it still bothers him that his mom is now alienated. I told him that when she learns to respect me, she will get another opportunity. He agrees. Well, she's been coming over often, and I figured I would give it another shot because she's been good, and it's been 2 months since the last incident. She takes the baby, but immediately flings her into a downward position while aggressively getting her neck. No support to her head or anything. Again, my daughter starts screaming and flailing her arms out into a startled reflex. Mother-in-law again starts laughing and saying, "Oh, such a scared baby. It's 'cause mama don't play with you." I took my baby from her arms and told her to leave and said she will not be holding her ever again. She asked why.
Why?
And I said it was because she once again is being disrespectful and laughing at my daughter being scared because she refuses to stop being so damn aggressive with her. She turns to my husband and says, "Screw this. I won't be coming around anymore."
Good.
And leaves.
Bye.
My husband is pissed at me right now. Says I'm cutting his mother out over my feelings and that the baby was fine. And she had raised 4 kids and literally did the same shit to us and we turned out fine. Am I the asshole for refusing to budge on this? I am not okay with her flinging my baby around. I don't care how many babies she's raised. So am I the asshole?
No. No. Oh my God, that's your baby. You have to stick up for the baby.
Yeah.
Come on, like the baby doesn't have a voice of her own yet. She can't stick up for herself. You're the parent, you're the mom. Like you have to stand by this. And for your fucking husband to think that this is okay, and your mother-in-law, don't even get me fucking started, but your husband to think that this is okay in defending her actions is sick. Your mother-in-law is sick too. She's a fucking sicko. She's a sociopath.
That's messed up. You're torturing a baby.
You are literally torturing her.
The baby has one voice and it cries.
This made me so sad. Bro, why are people so messed up for?
Literally.
Oh my God.
There is an edit to add. Edit to add. Just so we're clear, my baby is not colic and she hardly ever cries. If she does, it's because she's tired and I can calm her in seconds. When my mother-in-law holds her, however, she literally screams, even if she wasn't doing anything wrong. As a mom with a baby who hardly cries, hearing my baby literally scream while this woman does this is not okay at all.
Bro.
Edit to add too. I want to point out as well that I did not know it would be like this when marrying into the family. We barely saw mother-in-law because we lived over an hour away. We now live 5 minutes away and it's been absolute hell.
No.
It's obvious that I married a mama's boy now.
She needs to either move far the fuck away from her.
Yep.
But also husband is the problem. Like it's always the mother-in-law that's the issue, and then it ends up by what's the word? By association.
The husband.
Being the husband's fault too. Because you can't stick up to your mom.
Yep.
For doing stupid ass weird shit like this. That's so sick.
I can't even.
No, she needs to get away. She needs to get the fuck away from them.
Yeah. No, there's no fucking way you're touching my baby again.
No, absolutely not.
Way.
I don't care how pissed off you're going to be at me.
Don't care.
Absolutely not. Like, if you're going to be that pissed off, sorry, you can leave me.
I could care less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's my child. Like, that makes me so mad. Sorry, this one was the worst one.
Yeah, it was rough. Oh, let's move on.
Yeah, please.
To your story?
Okay, I'm going to move on to my update on the ex-husband demanding I change my last name back to my maiden name.
Ooh.
Per his fiance's request.
Okay, if you guys want to catch up on that OG story, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go check out episode 17. That one is time-stamped at 32 minutes in that episode. So 32 minutes into episode 17 was the original story for this.
I'll give a brief background on it. So basically, her ex-husband is now dating a woman, or is engaged to a woman who is now much younger than him and her. And she feels threatened by OP, having the same last name as her. So ex-husband asked OP to change last name, but she refuses because she wants her kids to have the same last name as her, which is
fair.
Completely fair. So we have an update here. Update. Several of you have asked for an update on my ex-husband giving me a year to change my last name back to my maiden name because his fiance was uncomfortable with her and I having the same last name. To clarify, the reason he gave me a year is because they are getting married sometime next year and wanted my name changed prior to the wedding. Anyway, my ex called me yesterday and said he had done a lot of research on ex-wives keeping their ex-husband's last name after divorce. He stated he didn't realize how common this is, especially when there are children from the marriage. He also said this had been my name for 17 years. My entire adult life has been with this last name, and I have built a career with it. He basically acknowledged that every reason I had to keep it was legitimate. He apologized for the way he initially approached me about changing my last name and explained he is in a bad spot trying to make his fiancée happy. He also explained she feels that by me keeping my last name must mean I'm still in love with him, and this is a secret way of assuring we end up together again someday. I informed this was not, nor will ever be, the case. Yes, I cared deeply about him because I was married to him for 12 years, and he is the father of my children, and I want him to be happy in life. However, I fell out of love with him many years ago, and that will not change. He said he informed his fiancée that he will not bring this up again to me, and if she didn't like it, the ball was in her court to decide if she wanted to continue with their relationship. Thank you all for the feedback on my original post. I never expected this kind of response and an overwhelming amount of comments and advice.
I love it. Happy ending. That's good. Good that he realized his stupidity and came around.
Yeah. I think it's funny though. Top comment basically says like his research, his quote unquote research that he says was probably him just finding the Reddit post.
Probably getting
reading
shredded.
The comments.
Getting shredded.
Yeah. So this was a good outcome, it seems. And yeah, girl is immature to feel threatened by. Don't go after someone who has a past then if you're going to be so insecure about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You go after a big age gap older men like that, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, when we find updates like this, I know like a lot of you have commented like you
like the updates.
You like the updates. So we'll try to stay on top of them.
And add them in at the end of episodes.
Yeah.
So that, you know, people who come on board, you get the good stuff. Maybe you haven't listened to the older episodes yet. Okay, go back, listen to those older episodes, and then you can understand the updates. Mm-hmm. My update is going to be from episode 12. Episode 12 was To Theme or Not to Theme, which was our first no theme episode. And it was at the very end, an hour and 44 minutes in. The original story was, am I the asshole for kicking my wife out after she punched my mom in the face? And the wife found the Reddit post and created her own account and posted a reply back.
Let's go.
So the title is, my response to my husband's post, am I the asshole for kicking my wife out after she punched my mom in the face?
Do you want to give a brief synopsis for the new listeners?
Brief recap. The mother-in-law and her husband's sister was visiting. The nephew was a fat kid. The mother-in-law was overfeeding her. The mother-in-law took the food that was meant for the wife that was waiting because she was with the baby for dinner and gave it to the nephew. So the wife had no food. And when she confronted mother-in-law slapped her belly and said that she needed to lose some pounds so she didn't need to eat. So the wife punched her right in the face after she was slapped on the belly. And it was all from the husband's side of view. And then the husband kicked his mom out and then kicked his wife out with their newborn baby. And then after that, he kicked her out of the house. She served him with divorce papers. All right, let's get into the story. I am still grieving at the loss of my marriage, but my friend has notified me about my husband's post that had too many specific details that were hard to ignore. To clarify, this is my first time on Reddit. I read my soon-to-be ex-husband's post and wanted to give my side of the story and include details that he didn't provide in his post. For those of you who haven't read it, long story short, my husband kicked me out of the house after his mother had physically slapped my stomach in front of him and I punched her in self-defense. I love my husband dearly, but his lack of action regarding his mother's behavior was extremely disgusting, to say the least. I tolerated his mom's behavior long enough until I couldn't take it anymore, as he had overlooked his mom's behavior over and over again, that I finally had enough. I was still recovering after giving birth to his child when his mom slapped my stomach, and my husband exaggerated when he said it wasn't a hard slap. The slap itself was hard enough to be heard by everyone in the room. I had lost it at this point when his mother slapped my stomach with a turd-eating smirk that wasn't visible from my husband's point of view. At least that's what my husband claims. I had a mental breakdown when my husband told me to leave after kicking everyone out of the house. You should have seen his face when he told me to get out with a straight face and without hesitation. Our baby was crying at this point before I left, and I couldn't do anything but cry that night after I went to stay at my mother's house. His mother sent me a text mockingly saying, "I am going to file charges against you for assault, you fat little whore. Now stay the fuck out of our lives." She ended the text with a smiley face at the end.
She's sick.
I was livid and decided I did not want to be associated with this family anymore and served my husband the divorce papers. And as you can guess, he didn't take it that well and tried to get me to reconsider. I told him that he overlooked his mother's behavior one too many times, and I was done with him and his inability to establish boundaries with his mother. Yeah. I recommended setting boundaries, but he didn't think that it was necessary, even after I told him throughout the pregnancy about the nasty names his mother called me when he wasn't around, and he always just brushed it off. Even though he did tell his mom to stop, she would continue this behavior after a short pause for a while. Before I left, after handing him divorce papers, he begged me for another chance and told me he cut contact with his mother permanently. I told him that he is sorry now that I handed him divorce papers and that he is too little too late to act now that I decided I wanted out of the marriage. I told him I loved him so much that he should look at it as a sign that if I didn't, then I would have divorced him long ago because he didn't stand up for me multiple times before. And I let his mother's snarky comments and behavior slide at my mental expense. I told him he needed help with the trauma because I understand that he is dealing with trauma since he already mentioned my abusive stepdad, but he didn't even realize that his mother hadn't gotten him help for his trauma and that he is still being affected in his adulthood. What I can't understand is why he didn't leave if he needed some extra space instead of being such a heartless bastard and kicking me out with our child. I've been ignoring his texts and calls ever since, and I'm waiting for a divorce hearing. Something that I wanted to point out is that his mother has attributed it to his niece's weight gain, since she lives with my husband's sister to save money. I, once again, told my husband about his niece's weight gain, that it's concerning that she's gained 190 pounds at such a young age. She was indeed not that weight before. On the day of the incident, I was making the niece's second portion of food, and then my husband's mother came towards me and snatched a plate out of my hands and said, "I'll do it myself. Let me take care of it." And when I tried to take the plate back, his mother said, "I know what you're fucking doing. You don't know how to properly feed someone as healthy as my grandchild." I was shocked that she thinks her grandchild's weight was normal for her age. I couldn't take the harassment or abuse any longer, and my breaking point was reached when he kicked me and our child out of the house. Now I need to do what's right for our child because she doesn't need to be in a toxic household where she has to witness the drama going on. My soon-to-be ex-husband wants us to do marriage counseling, to which I have refused to do, and so because I am done with him. I'm starting to feel guilty with his beggings and gaslighting. I just want to be done with him. I've blocked him as recommended by my lawyer, but he keeps reaching out through other family members and siblings. What should I do to make him go away until the divorce hearing?
Oh, wow. I mean, this kind of does fit in the theme because his mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's an in-laws update.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know what else.
Husband-in-law conveniently left out in his original post that the mother-in-law has been living with the daughter and the niece, and that she's been like the reason for why the niece is fat and overweight at like, I think she was like 13 or something.
Yeah,
and
she was
like 190 pounds.
Yeah. I really feel for this woman because unfortunately you, the husband, you pushed her to this point, and now you push her to the point of no return. And that's usually what happens. Like, you're not getting divorce papers if you haven't pushed her there.
Exactly.
This isn't the first instance, like she said.
You reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow. And there's no coming back from that. Like
I said in the original story, and exactly what the wife says here, like, he said that he kicked his wife and child out because he needed space.
Yeah.
Buddy, if you need space, you leave.
Yes.
You go to a bar. You go to the park. You go anywhere. You never kick your wife out of your house together and your kid. You make your wife pack up the baby and take the baby. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. He deserves all of this.
He deserves all of it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's sticking to her guns.
He can go marry his mom.
He can. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
That's it. Update's done. We need to end this episode on a good note. We need to make some people laugh before this episode's over. So I got one more story.
Okay.
This is an unrelated story, but we're just going to throw it in there. Just slide it in.
Slide it in.
Today, I fucked up when my date canceled. I had planned a date for today. I was going to meet a woman in the city about 45 minutes away from my home by train. She had a last-minute work commitment as she works at a busy bar and unfortunately had to cancel our date. I thought I may as well not waste the free time I have now, and since I've already bought the train ticket, I might as well go into the city. Flash forward 45 minutes and I'm in the city. I go into the city and I enter some random bar. Unfortunately, it happened to be the one my date worked at. I didn't know she worked there. All I knew was she worked at a non-specific bar. The moment I realized was visceral and will stick with me for a while. My blood ran cold and she actually went pale. I struggled to get the right words out to explain that I'm not some crazy stalker. I think I managed to get the words out. I'm sorry. I didn't know. She politely said it was fine, then immediately disappeared behind the bar. I immediately left and got on the next train home. I got home to find I was now blocked by her.
Yeah.
What a depressingly awkward day.
Oh my God. That poor woman, she probably freaked out.
The poor guy makes him look like a complete stalker.
Yeah, and
he had
she's
no
probably
idea.
terrified.
And he had no idea.
She's probably terrified. She's like, how do I go home?
Yeah, I get maybe.
This guy knows where I work.
Yeah, that's a little...
That's such an unfortunate coincidence.
Okay. There's two sides to this. There's like, it's awkward, there's stalkerish, or like, is this meant to be?
I don't think it's meant to be, no.
Is this like fate?
No.
I didn't mean to meet you and I just showed up here at this
Everybody's
random
scared.
bar.
Both of them are scared now. That's not meant to be.
Okay. There's a little bit of meant to be in there.
A little bit of fate.
Yeah. A little bit.
I don't know.
Some people would think this is fate.
I mean, they could make a movie on this.
And some people would think this was... Like, this is a movie plot. This could literally be a movie plot.
That is true, actually. If she took it the right way, it could be a movie plot.
Yeah. Maybe... No, she blocked him. So I was going to say, maybe she was, like, going to come back out of the bar and, like, it was fate happening, but she blocked him. So
unfortunately, in reality, men are scary. So we can't.
Yeah. Then real life, not in a movie set.
Yeah.
This is a scary situation.
Yeah. That's so unfortunate, though.
I feel like he should have explained himself a little bit better. Don't just say, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Be like, this is weird. I figured I would just come into the city because I already paid for the ticket.
I wouldn't believe him.
I'm going to leave now, though. Have a great rest of your shift. I'm going to leave now to prove that I'm not stalking you. I am so sorry. I hope you have a great shift. Goodbye. That's what I would have said.
Damage is done.
The damage is done.
She's still going to be freaked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good way to end. I like
guy.
that.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good way to leave off here.
Yeah.
And that's it. That concludes our second bonus Friday episode 22 of Toxic In-Laws Part 2. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Nice voice there, Teresa.
It's my grogginess.
I'm Batman.
It's helping me meet those notes.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new on Spotify, thank you guys so much. Teresa, what do you have to say to our Spotify listeners?
Thank you so much for listening and coming along this ride with us. We would really, really appreciate a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening. Apple Podcasts is really depressing. It has 5 reviews, while Spotify is at like 145, which is so weird. Like, I think our percentage is like, we're like 30% Apple Podcasts, 70% Spotify, something like that.
We were, but we've had a recent like Spotify spike. So
Yeah.
if you guys are like watching this because you're new to Spotify, you made it all the way to the end. Obviously you love us, so thank you so much. But if you could please drop off a review, because I think what was happening was like Spotify has been like recommending us to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Some people were listening to like 5 minutes and maybe they didn't like my intros and they immediately like left a 1-star review. And we watched the reviews drop from like 4.7 down to 4.4.
It was 4.8.
4.8. Now
Last
we're at
week.
4.4. Yeah. It's been like good and bad because we've had all these new viewers come to our platform because of Spotify. So we thank you, Spotify. But some people haven't loved us and our rating has dropped down a bit. And if you guys are listening here at the end, we know you guys love us because you listen all the way to the end of the episode. So please go and leave us a rating on Spotify and help us get back to like at least like 4.5 or 4.6 or something like that. Like, just please and thank you. We appreciate it. If you guys are also listening, don't forget our YouTube, hit the subscribe button on that. We're trying to get to 10K. We would appreciate that so much. A like button on this video if you're listening on YouTube. If you love us, if you've been listening to a couple episodes so far, don't forget that YouTube members do get early access to the episodes with their membership. It's 99 cents, guys. It's like nothing. It's not even a cup of coffee anymore with today's inflation. It's the absolute nothing.
Yeah.
I made it the bare minimum as possible. We just appreciate any support that you guys give us is very much appreciated. So thank you guys so much for coming on this journey with us. We're happy to bring you guys another bonus Friday episode, and we'll be back for episode 23 on the next Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much to the members that have 11 of you.
11 members so far at the time of this recording. So thank you guys so much. Very much appreciated.
We appreciate you guys so much. Like, you are the real ones. And we appreciate everyone. If you can't afford,
like, if you've made it to the end of this episode, you're a real one.
Yes.
I think.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. This has been so exciting. And I just can't wait to make more episodes.
We're excited. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.